Hey, how about now? Sorry, Jackson. My bad. I was messing with stuff the other day, and it obviously I messed I messed it up. Anyway, what's up, man? How are you? Tonight is gonna be fun because tonight is gonna be, I mean, solely me and Jordan are gonna be the ones on here tonight, and we are gonna focus on the chat a lot, exclusively. Actually, kind of excited about it, just because it's just so much fun to do that. So let's go look at something for you. Let's see here. Alabama leads Creighton 33-23 right now. That is what I was waiting to see. I'm very excited about that. Very excited. Dude, Auburn straight killed Ohio State in basketball. God bless America. Just got back from a game, had 38 and 6 dunks. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. That's awesome. We are very glad you are here. What have I been up to? So, Chris, one of the guys that is on the panel, he's the other Alabama fan with me. He brought his computer over today, and we were trying to fix it. I couldn't get it. I built. I built my own computer, so I felt like I could maybe tackle it, but I was unsuccessful. So I feel like a failure right now, guys. I feel like a failure. Feels weird seeing OU be good at basketball. Like, no, dude, Oklahoma, man. Was it Sampson that was there for years and absolutely like just absolutely phenomenal program. I know it's been a while. I would love to get on the pod someday and talk hoops. Hey, bowl game in the background by any chance? I can't, Trevor. I've gotten in trouble too many times, and if I do it again, I could lose the channel. That's the only. I can't do it anymore because I don't want to lose the platform to be able to talk. I used to love streaming the games, but I guess they finally caught up with me because they finally started telling me that if I do it again, I got a YouTube warning, I've got a TikTok warning. I have not got a warning on Twitch, but I felt like it was coming. Jordan's going to be on here in a few minutes. I'm sorry, Trevor. Forgive me, bro. Don't be mad at me. I have good intentions. Know anywhere that is covering it? Dude, it's gotta be on YouTube. I'll pull it up. I'll see if I can find it. Dude, yeah, let's see. What we got? Who was it again, Trevor? I'm sorry. It was I had it pulled up just a second ago and just lost my train of thought because I'm trying to do all this. Okay. I'm here. I'm live now. I'm live. I'm sorry. There we go. All right. ESPN. Now, what was the teams? I'm sorry. I was trying to see if it was on actual YouTube. I got it right here. Said it was. I mean, can y'all? So South Alabama, Western Michigan. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Hey, it's live right now. Let me see if I can get you the link. Let me see if I can send the link.
Eager, some of our backs, and we've got a lot of different people playing tonight. They're going to play well, and like I told our guys, we got all we need, and we got more than they can handle. It's time for us to go play.
We're looking forward to it. Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Well, Western Michigan won the toss, deferred,
it's on,
so the Jaguars
are
going to
YouTube,
touch
Trevor.
it first here.
Just type it in. It's right there. I mean, it's right there. Okay. Let me pull it up on. I run a dual PC, so I was looking at it on the other PC from the channel. Oh, I could do it. Hold on, I could do it. No, I know how to do this. Let's see here. Go back. Anyway, how's everybody doing tonight? How is everybody doing tonight? Yeah, we will always try to get you. Y'all like the Heisman win? I think it should have been Jeanty. So we talked about this. I think Boise State and Ashton Jeanty absolutely. I'm still looking, Trevor. So don't. South Alabama. Where is it at? It's right there. Damn it, I just had it. Okay, here it is.
The headrest had to match the quality and the
chat.
expectations of this iconic chair that was built to last.
There you go.
This is a work of art.
All right. Did Deontay Lawson declare? I have not heard that. I actually heard a lot of people say he might be coming back. Lee, that's what I heard. So just to touch on Riley. Riley said, "What do you think about the Heisman?" So I kind of agree that Jeanty, as far as a pure football player, like for his position, Jeanty is going to be graded much higher as a running back than Travis Hunter will be at any one position. But with that said, and that's not me talking, that's Pro Football Talk. That's anywhere you go look at. Jeanty's probably going to be, Hunter's probably going to be drafted way higher because, he's either an elite receiver, an elite cornerback, and running backs just don't get money. They just don't get ball. They just don't get paid. Who do you want from the portal? Man, thank you for following, Riley. That's a big question. So I want Concepcion. All signs are pointing that we get Kelby Collins from Florida. If you're a Bama fan, you kind of know that name. We recruited him very hard. Very hard. I was so just because we're talking a portal, but yeah, Concepcion is a huge one for us. Obviously, some big receivers, but can we just talk about Justice Haynes? That's huge. Justice Haynes declaring is huge. I don't know why. Don't know what happened. I don't know what the conversation was, but Justice Haynes declaring is huge. Justice Haynes. That doesn't mean we're in a bad spot, because in all actuality, we are loaded at running back, and I think Richard Young is going to be more than acceptable. Yeah, 100%. Our room is deep, and I think Richard Young will be more than acceptable and more than capable of taking up the slack. I looked at Justice Haynes' numbers, and I'm not going to sit here and shoot the proverbial shit with you guys, but he did not get a lot of carries. But when he did not perform extremely well. He had some games that he did, but overall, as a whole, his performance was lackluster. It was lackluster, and that the same could be said for Jam. Jam didn't do as much as he needed to this year either. So, but yeah, as far as the other one, Devontae Smith entered today. I thought Devontae played a phenomenal games, a couple of games this season. Then he kind of disappeared. And I was shocked to see him leave because I thought he would have been a pivotal spot, especially with Malachi leaving. Jam does seem to be more physical. I'm going to tell you right now, I think Richard Young hits the hole harder than any one of them. Because I watched Jam and Justice fucking dance in the backfield way too many times this season. Way too many times. It's fucking ridiculous. What am I sipping on? Okay, so tonight... not supposed to, but Stolen Rock and Rye. So I had anyone's been around. I had back surgery in November 6th. So I am now off of all the pain meds and everything. I have not had a drink in 2 months. And so essentially, tonight I said, you know what? I said, I'm going to pull it out. I'm on all pain meds anymore. I'm free and clear. I'm on the mend, and I'm almost back to 100%. So I said, you know what? I'm going to have me a little drink. But with that said, the transfer portal has shocked me today. Not, and the real shock today was Devontae Smith. But I don't understand sometimes, man. I'm struggling to understand. And it may be that this coaching staff sees something that we don't see, and that's okay. Bama's $16 million and can't make playoffs with DeVore. Why will next year be better? Talent leaving. Yeah, Alabama is the top 10 as far as NIL spending. That has been proven. Why is next year? Well, first and foremost, thank you, Lee. First and political ads, then had to go under the knife. Yeah, dude. I'm telling you. So it was funny because I ain't trying to get all political, but I was I was more nervous about an election than I was going under the knife. Why the hell we got a general manager and they not bring anybody in from portal? We're going to be selective on who we bring in from the portal. So we were already over as it is. And remember, we didn't take that many people. We have a lot of young talent. We do not have a lot of seniors. All of our seniors and juniors transferred out when Saban left. So we lost a lot. We lost 26 players, which Kippy, if he's on later, he'll tell you Indiana lost more than that. But we were definitely in the top 10 as far as players just leaving a program. We were way up there. Maybe not number one, but Tommy said with Bama's NIL, how can we be better? So just because you have talent leaving does not mean there's not better players out there, and does not mean that the players that are leaving just didn't fit the system. So Jalen Milroe. Some people think he is. Some people thinks he's really good. And I'm not trying to sit here and badmouth the kid. I'm not gonna say that, but he does not fit DeBoer's offense. He does not. Just let's just call it what it is. That's why we struggle. That's why there'd be days where he looked like all world beater. But if you remember, the only games that he looked like a world beater in, and I'm just going to be 100% honest with you, is games where he took off and run. That's the only time. He would take off and run when a play broke down. Well, when someone would crowd the box and take that away, guess what he couldn't do? He couldn't throw. Yeah, so Lee said they can't believe there's more than 1,500 in the portal. It's wild. It's exactly what we thought was going to happen. It's exactly what we thought what was going to happen. It's exactly what we thought. Bama better get Schumann. It's going to be a hard press fight to get Schumann, dude. Just joining who? What is it, Blessed? I'm sorry. You said who? Right now I'm actually reading someone said that Tennessee has a better football program than we do right now. And there's no denying they're further than us, but Kalen is not the guy for Bama. I don't want to say that yet. It's early. It's early. So thank you for following, John. You can't say he doesn't fit the program, this, that, and the other, because here's the situation. We went 9-3, okay? And you guys watched everything that I watched. And Alonzo, bear with me. Just bear with me, okay? Bear with me. You watched everything I watched all season. There is no one that is going to be as hard on Alabama as me. I promise you. I rode Jalen Milroe's ass into the ground. I've been on here multiple times and told you I ain't got a use for him. One. Blown out by a 6-6. Yes, exactly, Scott. Why were we blown out by a 6-6 Oklahoma team? Why? Because there was one guy that could not make a throw. I am going to go ahead and tell you 100%. The O-line stunk. The running game stunk. Everything stunk. But there was times when Jalen Milroe had ample time in the pocket and would look down that field and just absolutely miss wide open receivers, he missed wide open throws in the Tennessee game. Jalen Milroe gets rattled. It's over. It's over. It's over. Milroe can't read a defense. He is a one-read guy and run. He has tried to fake it, play it off, do everything he needs to do. I like Milroe as a person. I like Milroe, but to sit there and say that he is the same as a Michael Penix is absolutely ludicrous. Yeah, Milroe is Georgia's daddy because Milroe and Georgia struggled to contain him running. I mean, that's all it was. If you look at the second half of that Georgia game, when they finally said, hey, you know what, we're going to seal the edge and we're not going to let him win. There's a reason why the only play for a very long time that we actually scored on, besides the field goal, because if you think about it, it was 28 points in the first half. When they shut down the run, it was just like Oklahoma. We kicked one field goal, and then we got to the very end of the game, and he threw a deep ball that was short. It was short. He wasn't trying to throw it short. Oh man, you're good. You're good, Trevor. He wasn't trying to throw it short, but Ryan caught it and took off, and that was the name that's what sparked the Ryan Williams craze. Who remembers when Jalen just ran around on Oklahoma and there was no room to run? Oh, dude, we all remember that. Go Gamecocks! Hey, man, thank you for following, Stanley. Gamecocks had a great year, man. Same thing Bama fans said about Jalen. Now look at him. About Jalen Hurts. Okay, Jalen Hurts went to. So if you asked, hey, what's up, Kias? How are you, brother? This one's for you tonight. If you asked me, do I think Jalen Hurts is a better quarterback? When he was in college, do I think Jalen Hurts is a better quarterback? I absolutely think Jalen Hurts was a better quarterback. Jalen Hurts he didn't go sit on the bench and pout. He didn't get worked up. He went in there and he handled his business. Now, when he lost to that Clemson team as a true freshman in the national title game, when Jalen Hurts left the field, we were leading the game. So say whatever you want. Milroe can't even hold that dude's jock strap. Can't do it. The same thing that most Bama fans have. Let's see. What do you think about Smith? Smith, I just talked about Smith in the portal. Actually, absolutely stuns me, guys. I don't understand the Smith being in the portal thing. I don't understand it. Thank you for following, Graves. You say Gators win the SEC with Lagway. Dude, so here's the thing. I'm going to tell you this, man. Okay. Because you know why? Just knock Tennessee off. Thanks, Kias. Appreciate the cheers, bro. Knock Tennessee off, man. Oh, dude. Okay, Bray took over. Best college football QB Bama has had is Bryce. Bryce was great, dude. Bryce was great. Bryce will forever. So I'm going to tell you my favorite Bama QB. Okay, this is me. Just bear with it, and it's an opinion. And Tua was better than Bryce, 100%. But Tua got hurt. Tua's still getting hurt. You can see that. Bryce should have won a title. Yes, I'm gonna tell you, my favorite QB was Mac Jones. There was never a moment, and it had a lot to do with who he had around him. But there was never a moment when Mac Jones and Devontae Smith walked on that field that I didn't think we were scoring a touchdown. Never one moment. Dude, my balls were the size of basketballs because I walked in there and I would like literally have that much confidence every time we touched the fucking football. I was like, oh my God, these dudes, they're about to go score again. And they fucking did it. Money got Smith in the portal, but he said it was the girlfriend was fixing to have a baby. Hey, man, go. Get out of here, bro. It's okay. A.J. McCarron was a fantastic quarterback. I'm going to tell you what, when A.J. McCarron and Barrett Jones, when he played center, were on the fucking field arguing, that's passion, man. That's the kind of fire that I want to see out of a quarterback. What we never freaking saw from Milroe ever. Milroe would go to the bench, kind of hang his head. I mean, he did not have it, dude. He did not have it. He didn't have it. And he needs to go to the NFL, guys, and it's time. And you know what? Hey, I will say this. Kudos to all the Alabama players that have flat out said they're going to come in and play this game. Jahad Campbell, which is he still hasn't declared yet, but Jahad Campbell flat out is going to be a freaking first or second round pick. Freaking phenomenal season. Another person that hasn't announced or said anything yet, I hope he stays, but that is absolutely phenomenal is Damani Jackson. People don't talk about how good Jackson very rarely got targeted. Jamil Rose sometimes look like he don't. Yes, that's exactly right, Graves. He has no gives a shit at all. You hope Lawson comes back. Rumor is he might. Because I don't think he's graded very high. He kind of disappeared off the face of the earth, guys. He kind of did. And here's the deal. I mean, we got some fucking talent coming in, though. No, little bro. Hey, here's the deal, guys. If we don't play the Gators next year, so fuck them. Hey, if they want to win it, I don't give a shit. I just want to be in the playoffs, guys. At the end of the day, I want to be in the fucking playoffs. That's it. I find it very hard not to love Milroe. Ethan is a very fantastic guy. Very fantastic guy. Very fantastic. The fights have been good tonight. I didn't even watch. I'm sorry, bro. I think I seen Milroe pick up the iPad once after having. Yeah, Milroe very rarely did anything to try to make himself better. What's going to happen? Bama receiving corps transferring. What the hell are you talking about? Jeremy Bernard hasn't declared anything yet. Could come back. Might go pro. But you got Jeremy Bernard, you got Ryan Williams. You're hosting the #1 wide receiver transfer in Concepcion this weekend, hosting him right now. You get Jalen Hale back from injury. I mean, we're deep at receiver. We're super deep. I mean, it was to the point where we weren't getting the reason why these guys are leaving because Ryan Williams and people have just passed him up. We got Jordan back in the house now. Here we go. Get it going here. Let me get it going here. But that's why everybody's leaving, guys. Let's just call it what it is. What's going to happen if he does come back? So Milroe comes back. If Milroe comes back, God damn, we better all drink more. It's going to be a unique opportunity. Are you sure Ty Simpson? We're not sure of anything, Gunna, because here's the deal. We haven't seen Ty Simpson. We've never even given him a chance. We've never once let him practice with the ones. We've never once let him game prep with the ones. We've never once let him play with the ones. We don't know. You'd rather have Keelan over. Keelan's coming, but I think Keelan needs one season to get acclimated to the speed of the SEC. All right, Jordan's here. What's up, brother?
What's up, man? Just trying to get things set up here.
Oh, well, that's okay. All right. Anyway, guys, so here's where we're at. Jordan is here now. We're going to shoot some shit. Uh-oh.
Whoa!
What the hell is happening? What's happening? What's happening?
Tequila and tacos.
Holy
Check
shit.
it in.
They are live at the Mexican restaurant. Live at the
Look at
Mexican
Tony, or
restaurant.
you can blindfold him with dental floss.
Oh my God, damn.
We can't hear you. We just want to say hi for just a second, then let y'all get back to what you're doing. Yeah, we can't hear you.
All right. Okay. All right. Those boys are.
Cheers.
Oh, here I got mine right here. First time in a while, so those guys are gonna get tore up tonight, boys. Those guys are gonna get tore up.
You can already blindfold Tony with dental floss.
So let's see here. Country says, freaking sickens me to think the Vols made it to the first ever 12-team playoff ever. I mean, blind squirrels get
It
nuts.
is what it is, man. There's a new guard.
Oh God,
Might as well get used to it.
motherfucker. Hey, we've already had two people come on here and say Gators taking the SEC next year. Lagway too much for old Tennessee.
No, they crazy as fuck. Motherfuckers overachieve one time, and then all of a sudden they're gonna be world beaters.
I do think Lagway, all seriousness aside, I think Lagway is a very good talent. Tony said he ain't getting tore up, but I am. Jordan said he was absolutely tore up, Riddle. So you should hear Notre Dame fans. It's on live. Oh my God, he's crazy. What's he saying?
Wait, what now?
Mitchell said you should hear Notre Dame fan that's on live. He is crazy. All Notre Dame fans are crazy, dude. You might as well just accept that. Anybody that's not a fan of the SEC, they're usually batshit. They'll tell you some lies and everything else. How you feel about Scott Frost being back at UCF? I like Scott Frost at UCF. I thought he was fantastic. Paved the way for old Heupel. I mean, let's see. Notre Dame cooks Georgia. Big talk right there. That's big talk. You don't want Matt.
I'm just going to get off. That's what we're going to deal with tonight.
No, it'd be all right. I'm just praying we don't grab a QB in the portal. We're not grabbing a QB in the portal. I don't think that's happening. Notre Dame is the most entitled football program of all. Ethan, every one of us on this panel agree with you. Absolutely.
I don't know. It might be Ohio State, man, because I saw a thing today. I hadn't fact checked it or anything, today with AI and shit. But it said that Ohio State all time is something like 2-52 in like championship clinching situations.
And
that's all time. That's not just Ryan Day. That's fucking forever.
But let's just say this, Jordan. Let's just call this what it is. Ohio State has won recently. Say whatever you want. They went to the title game in 2020. They've been to the playoffs almost every single year.
I mean, they won it in the
24. They won it in 2014. And then here's the deal: Notre Dame ain't won a fucking bowl game that actually mattered since like '94. So F Notre Dame. They're the most entitled. They suck. That's all I'm saying. Who are you a fan of? Oh, there we go. Trevor says 7-0 Western Michigan right now after a missed field goal by South Alabama, University of South. Okay, thanks, Trevor. Keep us posted, brother. He's a Western Michigan guy. Dogs winning it all this year. Georgia has as good a shot as any. Jordan is a Tennessee fan, and he's going to just tell you straight up, Tennessee got the short end of the stick as far as the draw on the playoffs. It would be impressive.
I mean, that whole side of the bracket, yeah. you can make an argument. Any team on that side of the damn bracket, outside of whoever Texas plays, got fucking shafted.
And Ethan says, I think Oregon is the real deal. We're not disagreeing with you. What we're saying is Tennessee's playing Ohio State. That is the number one matchup in round one. The number one matchup. Absolutely two realistic teams that have a shot. Okay, let's just say the favored team wins because they're at home. Then Oregon has to go and play one of their toughest opponents again in Ohio State on a neutral field. That's a rough schedule. Road. That's a rough schedule.
And I mean that's in the Rose Bowl. So that's California for Ohio State.
Yeah, but they're going to travel, guys. They're going to travel.
But I'm just saying, that's twice they played Oregon on the road.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun to get them in Indianapolis, and they shit the bed on that deal. But
Columbus is going to be fun because here's the deal: I hate Tennessee as much as anybody. He'll tell you, he knows we're friends. He knows, but I'm just going to tell you, Tennessee's going to come, and if Ohio State thinks they're going to steamroll them without a fight, as much as I hate to admit it, Tennessee, if you think you're going to steamroll them, you got a long night coming. Because Tennessee's going to run that football, and they're going to play defense. Now, ironically,
and things travel.
Ironically,
if Nico catches rhythm at all,
yeah.
If Nico catches rhythm at all, it could be a long night for the Buckeye fans. Especially the way that O-line is banged up. If Tennessee builds any kind of lead, and that defensive front can just pin their ears back, then it could be a long night for Will Howard.
And here's the deal. I just guys saying it like it is. Ohio State's got a phenomenal defense. I mean, one of the best in the country. I mean, just call it like it is. They have a phenomenal defense. The problem is their O-line has been so beat up. They have no offense. They have no offense anymore. I don't know what the hell has happened. But what's your boy's thought on Nico?
It's been kept for them all year. I mean, even the games that they steamrolled, bad teams that they're supposed to. I mean, it didn't get out of hand till late.
Yeah, but Will Howard, they brought in Will Howard, and I don't think Will Howard's the answer in that offense. I think that's what it is. I mean, if I had to be honest, because
Kansas State's offense was tailored to Will Howard's strengths.
Mm-hmm.
And Will Howard you saw there, I mean, it's apples to oranges, because you're trying to run a completely different offense, thinking, hey, I'm gonna bring this guy in who's not afraid to run, but you're not scheming any sets for him to run.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll run the occasional, QB power, but, that's just, I think, to keep him happy.
Graves says they got one corner on Ohio State team's got 18 pass interferences by himself.
Don't worry. I'm sure we'll give him plenty. Hell.
I will say this, that this is a hot take. It could be full of shit, guys. I'm drinking, so bear with me. But if Will Howard stays at Kansas State this year, Kansas State may be in the playoffs. If Will Howard stays at K-State,
probably they're in the playoffs. So they probably win that Big 12.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm getting at. They were not far off from winning the Big 12, and if they would have had some consistency, and brought him back with his strengths and the way, like you said, it was his offense. I mean, it was perfect for him. I'm telling you, dude, they're in the playoffs, and they're actually got a bye.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
I mean, let's be honest. The Big 12 was kind of funky this year too. I mean, Jaden Daniels, Kansas should have been a lot better than they were.
Oh, absolutely.
I think they underperformed by like three games on their win-loss projections this year. I mean, they had a bad start and just never. I mean, they got it going late and caused all kinds of chaos in the conference, but they never got to a start or off to a start where they could contend for that Big 12 title.
So, Riley, you've got Oregon beating Ohio State, Tennessee winner then. I mean, that's what you're saying essentially, right? All right, let us run down this shit. Let's run down some shit here. So, how do we all feel? Travis Hunter won the Heisman. How do we feel? Any different? I don't.
I mean, was it a surprise?
Well,
I mean, to me,
I talked about this before you came him on. Ashton Jeanty grades higher as a running back than Travis Hunter grades at any position that he plays. So Jeanty, this is Pro Football Focus or whatever the hell you call it. He grades at a 95. as a running back, a pure running back. Travis Hunter is a 90 and like a 91 at receiver DB. And that's just, now I still think Hunter goes way higher in the draft because running backs aren't a commodity. But
I mean, they hadn't been in a long time. So there's a shelf life.
Yeah. And DV said
you ask a lot of coaches, they'll tell you running back, you're born with so many carries.
100%. They're 100%. They're different. 100%. They're different positions. Ethan, I'm not saying that. I'm saying we all said Hunter deserved to win the Heisman on this show. We said that. There was no denying it. Genty had an argument, and we said if he would have broke Barry Sanders' record in the regular season,
yeah,
he would. There's no way. Go ahead.
Even in the Mountain West title game, I mean, he still finished with the exact same amount of.
If he would have won, if he would have broke it,
yeah. I mean, he wins it hands down.
Yeah, but DV said Genty is a once in a generation. Do you take Genty, DV? Do you take Genty over Derrick Henry?
I mean, what is a generational running back? I mean,
do you take him over Derrick Henry? I'm asking. I mean, there is no Henrys. Derrick Henry is a freak. I mean, we got a guy on this podcast that's a Titans fan that flat out tell you straight up, Derrick Henry is washed up, yet Derrick Henry, here he is in the NFL, still kicking ass and taking names. Derrick Henry was the number one high school running back of all time. He won a Heisman in college. Didn't have the numbers, but, he also wasn't getting, yes, you take him over Henry. Get out of here, Colin. Absolutely get out of here. Absolutely get out of here. There is no freaking way. Derrick Henry has 10,000 yards rushing in the NFL, is going to be a Hall of Famer. No way. No way. Get real. Jordan, I mean, what do you say? Are you you don't even know you don't even know what this guy's going to do. Henry. You don't even know what this guy's going to do.
I mean, Genty could come in and be used in a Derrick Henry type role the way the Titans did early, depending on where he goes and what's around him.
I do think Genty's a good running back. I do think Genty's a good running back. So I'm not saying he's bad.
I think he'll be good at the next level.
I think he will be too. I think he'll be phenomenal. I think he's going to be phenomenal. He's a running back, guys. There is an absolute shelf life on running backs. Jordan, you just alluded to this. It's hit or miss. One ACL tear. I mean, I'm just asking this question. I'm just saying this out loud. Everyone just bear with me. Is Genty better than Todd Gurley? Get the fuck out of here if you say he is. He said, we all know Christian McCaffrey should have won the Heisman. Christian McCaffrey didn't win the Heisman.
I've said that for years.
He didn't win the Heisman.
I've said that for years. He didn't, but he should have. I mean, let's face it. Henry got it. Henry had a good year. But Henry got it because he was Alabama, and Alabama was going to win. I mean, we already knew at that point in that season, nobody was going to top them. If Christian McCaffrey doesn't play for that Stanford team, they might win 3 games instead of being in a Rose Bowl.
Ethan said I think Gurley in college was more dominating than in the NFL.
No, absolutely not.
I thought.
I mean, right now, right now, since 2020, I saw this the other day, Gurley hasn't played in 4 years, and he's still like number 3 in the NFL right now in rushing yards since 2020 or since 2000.
But he was just as dominant in college, though. He was just as dominant in college.
I mean, yeah.
I didn't mean to
think about this. Yeah. You're talking about the NFL.
Yeah, I got
you. I mean, these are the best guys in the world. I mean, hell, the practice squad was a top, 2% player on their college team.
Paul said, what happened to Bo Scarborough? He went to the Lions. Bo was a Derrick Henry clone, but he was not Derrick Henry. C-Mac, hey, listen, I'm a Christian McCaffrey fan, guys, so don't take anything away. I'm a Christian McCaffrey fan.
What hurt Scarborough, in my opinion, he ran too upright. I mean, Henry did, in my opinion, too. But he could take the hits and go through them.
He could lean.
Scarborough ran too upright, and he couldn't. He didn't have that second gear like Henry did. When contact was made, he was getting stood up and pushed back, where Henry just kind of kept that same steady pace, just pushed them down the line.
Hey, we're going to get to it, Kius. We're going to get to the Army game because that was an absolute fucking shocker. I'm going to tell you that right now. That was
31-10 did not shock me.
No.
The teams that scored what shocked me.
Yeah, the team. Yeah,
I really saw that kind of a 31-10 the other way.
Yeah, let's see.
So,
do you think Ole Miss?
That's off to Navy, man. I mean, they won that one.
Do you think Ole Miss is going to have anything next year, Mitchell? Yes, they've already got what's his name? The transfer from Arkansas, the big offensive lineman. They already picked him up. He went down there. They offered him the cash. He didn't even. He was scheduled to come to Alabama this weekend. Nope, committed on the spot. Ole Miss is going to spend money. I put up the top 5, I think, on TikTok of teams. I may post in our chat, Jordan. Teams are going to spend money in NIL. Bama is in the top 10. Say whatever you want. They weren't in the top 5, but you know who was? Ole Miss. Ole Miss is going to spend money. They're going to try to dominate this SEC.
Desperate.
They're going to try to dominate this SEC. Just telling you. They're killing it in the portal. Yeah. Let's see here. Ole Miss lost. Yeah. I mean, Ole Miss had just as much of an argument though to be in the playoffs. I think they had more of an argument than SMU. I'm just going to say it. Okay. I got Tennessee going to play Oregon. Dogs cakewalk to the Natty. The Dogs, that side of the bracket, that's what we and Jordan were talking about. That side of the bracket is certainly set up to be a win. Kia said, "Hey Redbeard, how are you?"
What's up, kids? How you doing, brother?
Austin Simmons is going to be
back
great.
in tonight.
Austin Simmons is going to be our Tua. That's a big.
Don't get me wrong, man. Austin Simmons looked phenomenal in that one drive he had against Georgia. And kind of set the tone for the rest of the game. I wasn't real sure why they brought Dart back the way Simmons handled his drive, but they did.
But you got to ask yourself too. Like, here's the thing: who do you have around him? You know what I mean? Not everything plays out. I mean, not everything plays out the way we think it. Ethan not having the Gators in the SC. What about Arkansas? That's my mom's state. She wants to know, so be nice. We all like Sam Pittman. I mean,
I love Sam Pittman.
Sam Pittman's the guy out of every coach in the SEC. And I'm a Bama fan, and Jordan's a Tennessee fan. If I'm gonna go have a beer with a coach, it's probably fucking Sam Pittman, because you know what? That's the guy that's gonna go buy you about 5 rounds and gonna sit there and talk more football than you've ever talked in your life. And that guy is an absolute player's coach. He's a people person. That guy is freaking awesome. He's awesome. And I'm telling you, Arkansas, they overperformed for me this year. I thought they showed up in some games they had no business being in. Tennessee being one of them. And I mean, they didn't finish great, but I think Sam did enough to save his job.
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially, with the profit sharing, or what is the revenue sharing next year.
Oh yeah.
I mean, nobody's looking to make a move unless you just have to.
Hey, everybody in here, if you can, man, please go let's like the shit out of it. Tap the shit out of it. I'm gonna pour me another drink while y'all are tapping, because we need to get to 10,000 likes. Need to get to 10,000 likes. With that said, I'm pouring some Stolen X. You can't see it. Stolen X. Stolen X. It's bourbon.
Never heard of. Where's it from?
Texas.
Oh, it's that Texas whiskey.
Yeah. Hell, pretty good. I got it on sale. I got it on sale down at Hoppy's.
Hey, it's even better. That's even better.
Thank you, Riley. Thank you. Okay, so let us go over this. Let us go over the day that was. Before, hey, Alex, we're coming right back to the questions. We're going to just let us go through the day that happened today. So, Jordan, I'm going to go down the list. We know Travis Hunter took home the Heisman. We all fucking planned that.
I got to go over and get to know.
Here's the news. I'm running down the news headlines. Oklahoma transfer Jackson Arnold signs with Auburn. Tony says that Auburn's going to be the team to beat. No,
yeah, I wouldn't get carried away.
Yeah, I mean, get the fuck out.
Don't get me wrong. I think Jackson Arnold is definitely an upgrade over what they, was it Peyton Thorne or whatever they had this year? He's an upgrade.
But I mean, he lost his job at OU to a freshman. To a freshman, and what we know is that Jackson Arnold against Tennessee struggled. Alabama, he struggled. They beat the hell out of Alabama, okay, but he struggled that whole game. And made just enough plays, and that's probably why Auburn's all excited about it. But he's not a world beater. He's not a world beater.
No.
I mean, let's just call him what it is. Anyway, so Belichick, here he is. He's going to be the coach for North Carolina. I think North Carolina took a huge upgrade over Mac. Huge upgrade. Belichick is going to come in there, and there's going to be some players that normally would have went to Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, Tennessee. They're going to go to North Carolina because of Belichick. Say whatever we want to say. Got to call it like it is.
If they let him run that the way he wants to run it. Because right now it's set up perfect for him to fucking dominate, not only the ACC, but I mean, he could build a damn powerhouse over there.
But I'm just saying, Alabama is living proof. Alabama has a general manager to handle player personnel, NILs, all that kind of shit. If he has that, and you just offer money, I mean, he don't have to do shit. I mean, I think he's going to be okay. The only knock on Belichick, you can't knock the X's and O's. He's one of the greatest NFL coaches of all fucking time. You can't knock the X's and O's. Thank you. We just got the 10,000. I appreciate everybody. Is the recruiting. And I think with NIL and being able to throw money at recruits, I think he's going to be fine. Michael Jordan is going to give money, just like Phil Knight is going to give money to Oregon. Michael Jordan is going to give money to North Carolina. I'm just going to tell you that, guys. It's going to happen. Anyway, okay, moving on. The FBS leader in returns, Barian Brown, former Kentucky, he has come back to the SEC and he has landed with LSU. So LSU, big news. They got Barian Brown coming, and they're keeping Nussmeier, which is a huge, huge win for them because he right off the rip is one of the best quarterbacks in the SEC. I mean, do you agree? I mean, he's up there.
Just on pure talent alone.
Yeah, he's up there.
He's at the top.
Yeah. And then let's see. The big news that Marshall dropped completely out of their bowl game. That is
Marshall
huge
dropped
news.
out, and like an hour ago, I saw that Louisiana Tech has been tabbed to fill their place against Army in the Liberty Bowl.
Against Army. That is huge news. Huge news. And then the other thing I saw was Miller Moss committed to Louisville.
That was kind of odd.
Kippy was hell bent on he was going to Indiana, and I would have said Indiana was a better spot for him. Louisville. I mean, what? Anyway,
unless he looked the roster over, and I'm not sure what they're losing from what that he brought to Indiana, but unless he just kind of looked over the roster and thought that or it might be Louisville. I mean, could just said, "Hey, we'll give you another 50,000." Who knows?
Yeah,
anymore.
You don't ever know. You don't ever know. Outside of that, just looking at the games from today, because we did Kias. I'm just telling you. Let's see here. I'll get to you in a second. So North Dakota defeats Mercer 31-7. Mercer was actually a playoff team, but Big Red drink. He said, "Big Red drink." All right. Cheers.
On and did.
Trevor says 10-0 Western Michigan. Damn, Western Michigan putting it on.
I've seen that.
Hell
yeah. Good for the Broncos.
South Dakota beats, who is that? UCD? Who is that?
South Dakota. Oh, Cal Davis. UCD.
Yeah, they beat them. The game,
if I'm not mistaken, I think. Sorry, just a random tidbit.
You're good.
Cal Davis is shit, the wrong thing here. Maybe in that conference out west with San Diego, and I'm not sure who all was in that conference.
Yeah,
but that is, even though it's FCS, that is a no scholarship conference. So any success they have, they're doing it like a D3 school with no scholarships whatsoever.
So hey, everybody that's here, guys. Hey, we're kind of in lieu of everybody. We're gonna drink. So everybody, grab your drink. We're gonna drink it real quick. We're gonna hang out tonight.
I'm down for Ella.
We're gonna have a good time. I'm gonna tell you all that right now. So hold on. So we're gonna go over this Army Navy game, guys. Y'all bear with us. We're gonna go over this Army Navy game. Blake Horvath completed 4 passes for 107 yards and 2 TDs with a 90 QBR rating. Blake Horvath rushed 25 times for 204 yards and averaged 8 yards a fucking carry. Okay. I'm not even going to talk about anything else. I'm just going to go over to Army and talk about Bryson Daly. He completed 7 passes for 65 yards. It wasn't enough. He threw 3 interceptions. That's how far down they were. Bryson Daly only rushed for 52 yards and averaged 2.7 yards a carry. I was absolutely shocked, absolutely floored. I did not expect that, but I'm going to tell you this. Navy absolutely took them to the fucking woodshed. Go Navy. That's all I can say.
I mean, Army as a team ran for 113 yards. They come into the game averaging like 340 on the ground. I mean, hats off to the Navy defense. A hell of a job stifling that run. I mean,
and they knew exactly what they were going to do. They knew what they were going to do because they do the same fucking thing, and they stopped them. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Congratulations. It was absolutely.
It's odd to see in a score like this. Penalties. Army had 1 penalty all day for 5 yards.
God damn.
Dude, I would give my left nut for Tennessee to play that disciplined in Columbus next week. They'll win by 30. We'll have 17 penalties for 200 yards and, lose 21-20 or some bullshit.
So in the Cricket Celebration Bowl, that's one of the games we did pick. Jackson State, which we picked, beat South Carolina State 28-7. I think me and you picked Jackson State. I don't think we.
No, I had South Carolina State.
Oh, well, hell, I won that one then. But it don't matter.
I think maybe Tony. I think Tony picked Jackson State.
But we won that one. And then obviously the South Alabama did. Who picked Western Michigan? Everybody?
Hey, I don't know. Jeff didn't write it down. I don't remember anybody taking them. Western Michigan.
We ain't going. Prime left them boys in good shape. Hey, he did. But that's Jacksonville State, right?
I was listening to these on the radio. Hell, we've had to beat Illinois and the fucking Zebras. I don't know when we can go and play in Big Ten country and get a squarely called game. I thought, last couple of years.
We talking basketball?
Yeah, these popped up. They had 17 fouls in 2 minutes. I thought, maybe the bias was just for foul mean. Hell, he comes in, fouls out 5 minutes into his first NBA game. But he's never fouled out in college. And now we go part of the day to that bullshit, and it just looks like it's just plain old favoritism to the Big Ten in general.
Yeah, but absolutely, Auburn absolutely destroyed Ohio State, and Alabama is in a game right now with Creighton. We're in a game with Creighton. We're up.
Y'all
10.
are at home, right?
Yeah, we're at home. We're up 10 though.
That's good.
And remember, Creighton just beat Kansas. So say whatever the fuck you want to say.
Hell, everybody's beat Kansas.
Yeah, I know. I say whatever you want to say.
Kansas will bounce back though.
Kansas is going to be in the NCAA tournament. Say whatever. The RPI is going to look great. I should say which team was the biggest disappointment. I say Kentucky. Mitchell, Kentucky absolutely sucked. I'm going to tell you this. Kentucky beat Ole Miss, and every single person I know, but every single person thought that Kentucky was a freaking. I mean, they were on the trajectory back up. No, absolutely not. I don't know what the hell happened to them. The train came off the tracks. It came off the tracks hard. But it is what it is. If I had to say, exactly.
And in three
that's exactly
or 4
the
years
same
that,
thing. Yeah,
you go in there and beat a bad Vanderbilt team, and you're in the damn Sugar Bowl. But I mean, that was all hell. What do you? I mean,
Lagway is a future Heisman finalist. I could see that, but it depends on who's around him. You got to remember that, DV. Depends on who's around him. I meant to say Bama.
Yeah, me too, D's.
I meant to say don't say Bama. Oh, I'm sorry, Mitchell. Don't say Bama. Don't say Bama. So I'm going to go. Okay, well, I'll tell you who I'll go. I'll go crazy. I'll go Michigan. Coming off a national championship, Sharon Moore was there, so there is some consistency. Players stayed to play for Sharon Moore, and they absolutely shit the fucking bed. But all was not lost because they beat Ohio State. And I'm telling you, the fans fucking love it because Ohio State, they knew the season was over for Michigan. They knew it early on. They didn't have a quarterback. They had no quarterback. But bottom line is they put Ryan Day on some fucking pins and needles and they beat him. So I'm just telling you, Michigan, though. Let's see here. It's your boy. If strength of schedule doesn't matter, have no conferences. They're gonna have conferences just to keep everybody contained. Let's see. SMU is gonna get blown. We all agree SMU is gonna get blown. SMU had no business being there. So here's what I'm gonna say. Take Alabama out of the equation. Alabama didn't deserve to be there. Okay, Alabama's not even on the. We fade off the face of the earth. So Alabama's not there. If you put SMU against Miami in their own conference, Miami is a better take. 100% a better take. 100%. Their schedule, everything that lines up, they're a better take. If you Ole Miss or South Carolina up against SMU, they're better takes. SMU didn't deserve to be there either, guys. SMU didn't deserve to be there. So at the last spot was going to somebody that didn't deserve to be there. It's a matter of who didn't deserve to be there less. So anyway, I still say that Miami was a better team than SMU. I promise you, Miami would have fucking gave somebody a run for their money. They wouldn't stop anybody, but they'd put points up. I'm gonna tell you that they'd put points up. Anyway, that's just my opinion, but what do I know? Fucking sandwich guy. Let's see here. I watched a thing today, talked about a super conference with profit sharing like NFL. So Riley, we've talked about this on this show, and I'm going to tell you this. The Big Ten and SEC have already felt this out. The super conferences are going to be between the Big Ten and SEC. So they're already talking about Clemson and Florida State leaving the ACC and going to the Big Ten. The SEC is already in conversation trying to find out who they're going to be the next teams. It's behind the scenes. There's no guarantees. Could be Virginia Tech. I've heard things like North Carolina and Duke just for the basketball revenue.
Hey, hold on. I got to grab my dogs real quick. Starting to rain.
It's all right. Go ahead.
I'll be right back.
But you got things like North Carolina and Duke in terms of actually revenue for basketball season, things like that. But bottom line is there are talks being had. It just hasn't happened yet. Because when that happens, they don't need the NCAA. I watched the thing today. South Carolina should be there. Hey, man, I don't care. I don't care, man. I'm just telling you, every team for that last spot didn't deserve to be there. It's a matter of who didn't deserve it less. Indiana or Clemson, either in my book. In terms of who overperformed, is that who you're talking about, Mitchell? Clemson. Clemson needs to be in the SEC. Clemson won't be in the SEC because South Carolina don't want to let them. It's kind of like Florida and Florida State. Early prediction for a surprise team to make a run to make in the playoff. So to make a run in the playoff, I'll say this. My team to make a run is going to be the winner. Just bear with me. The winner of the Tennessee-Ohio State game. Jordan's coming back, Chris. He had to go get his dogs. The winner of the Tennessee-Ohio State game. I honestly feel like the winner of the Tennessee-Ohio State game could really, if they go on, remember, Oregon's not at home. They're going to go play Oregon on the road. Ohio State lost to Oregon by 1 point at Oregon at night. If they win that game, if Tennessee wins, for instance, let's say Tennessee goes up there and beats them somehow, beats Ohio State. Let's say Ohio State wins. It doesn't matter. And they just go down there and they take care of Oregon because both teams have a good defense. They 100% could go on and play in that title game, 100%. SMU, Indiana, or Clemson should be in the playoffs. So you're asking me, Mitchell, which one? When? Okay, so when is DeBoer in the hot seat? We're going to give him – so It's your boy AJ. I'm a sane fan, and I'm going to tell you this. He gets 3 years. 3 years. He said, Kia said, bring the puppies on the string. He wants to see them.
Well, they're in the bed right now.
All right. So, Alex Miller says Arizona State's going to be his dark horse to win it. I like Arizona State. I like Scatabo. I like everything they're doing. But anyone that's watched this podcast long enough, they've got a freshman QB, and freshman QBs do one thing and one thing only really well, and that's do freshman QB things. And I just don't think they win it all. Not this year. That's just my opinion.
They can make that game with Texas fun, though.
They can. Absolutely.
They can make that game with Texas really fun.
Dark horse because they have no light to win it. Okay, it's like 3 years. I said
maybe 5.
Dead for them. No, it's your boy AJ. So at Alabama, Alabama is the capstone. The coaches that have walked those hallowed halls at Alabama, you've got to come in there and you've got to have your nuts on the table. So I'm just going to tell you this. We're not going to fire him for going 9-3. So don't think that. We're not irrational. If we're not making progress, though, that's where, like, if you lose a heartbreaker to Tennessee and they're ranked in the top 10, no, you're not going to fire him for that. If you lose a 24-3 against Oklahoma, yeah, that's where that'll get you. So
anywhere not in year one, you have some hard questions to answer after that game.
Alabama is just, I mean, it is what it is, man. If you're going to come there, you have nuts. They run the Klubnik made against Pitt's one of the best.
Oh,
plays.
Yeah, they're at the end of the game.
Yeah, that was crazy. We all thought Pitt had him beat. I think, were we live? I think we were live.
I think so. Yeah. We were that night.
10-3, Western Michigan, 12-15. Thanks, Trevor. Appreciate you, bro. Is that YouTube channel working out for you? I'll say this, Lee. Here's the facts of the matter. I'm just saying this for an Alabama fan that's been hard on the program. He has done more his first year than any Alabama coach ever in history. So say whatever you want to say. He won 9 games. No one has ever done that in the history of Alabama. Would you rather have Alabama over any bottom 10 playoff team? When you say, what's bottom 10? Like 10 to 12? Or what's that mean?
Yeah, there's only 12 teams in there, so it's bottom 10. That's everybody with the top 2.
Yeah, I mean, if you're saying what I don't know if he did or not, Deez. I know that when he took over Bama, they were struggling hard, okay? They were struggling. He came from Texas A&M, and the famous quote, when mama calls you home, 10 to 12? If you're asking Alabama over the 10 to 12 seeds, Alabama's favored over every one of them. Just stop. They're over every team. Jordan is the money guy.
Yeah.
And he'll flat out tell you, Indiana,
absolutely.
SMU, whoever, Alabama would be favored. Alabama would be favored.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm not saying we're going to be favored over Tennessee. Tennessee beat us at home. They beat us. And
Rowdy Jeff shares those same sentiments.
It would be close. It would be close, Alabama, Tennessee. But seeing the way that Milroe fell off in the second half of the season, I would say Tennessee would be favored. So 8-9 would be a push, but 10 to 12, absolutely, Alabama would be favored. All you got to do is stop Wildcat from worse than you beat Bama. That's true, Eric. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Hey, let's count down our group drink, brothers. Okay. Kias, you start. Let's go.
Yeah. I can't see him. You have to tell me when he gets there.
Yeah. I mean, I've got my drink right here, Kias. I'm gonna drink with you. Oh, do you see Milroe's going pro? It's your boy. Vandy and Tennessee. Vandy did not do it, Eric. That's incorrect. Oklahoma and Tennessee did it. Milroe threw for 300 yards. Alabama's defense didn't do anything, but Milroe threw for 300 yards. So,
but I mean, that was also when teams hadn't figured out yet, you put a spy on Pavia and you pretty well neutralize him.
Yeah. I mean, we got beat by Vandy. I mean, this was. Yeah, that it was not the biggest upset of all time. The biggest upset of all time, from a Bama standpoint, was probably Louisiana Monroe. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just telling you the truth as a Bama fan. Is the Joe Burrow LSU offense the best offense there's been in college football since 2000? Joe Burrow's offense was probably the best ever. Ever.
I don't know, man. That Oklahoma video game offense with Sam Bradford that year, him and Chase Daniel, when he was at Missouri was still in the Big 12, had an absolute war in the Big 12 title game.
Eric said, "Is Milroe leaving?" I think he's going pro, guys. I think he's leaving. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's all right. You said go. I'm drinking. Here we go. Let's go. Thank you, Kiss. Keeping us on track. So I'm gonna say this. I sent a message to the group and I put it on my TikTok. ESPN said greatest playoff teams of all time. I'm throwing it out there, Jordan. We're gonna have some controversy. We're drinking. Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
The 2020 Alabama team was number 1 over the 2019 LSU team. And I say this. I say, okay. And I posted it. I think the 2019 LSU team was one of the best I just said it. The best offense ever to take the field. I said that. They had no defense. LSU had no defense. Texas scored 38 on them that year against them, the LSU team. Alabama, with a hurt Tua scored 41 and lost by 5. I'm just saying. But their offense, hands down, no question, that was the best offense I've ever seen, dude. Joe Brady needs to stop everything he's trying to do in the NFL and just come back to college. That guy had it figured out. Jordan. That guy had college football figured out. Let's see. Bama's defense was better, D's. There's no question. Bama's defense was phenomenal that year. That was the year I never thought I'd see it. Alabama went to played Ohio State in 2020 in the national title, and they beat the shit out of them. It wasn't even fucking close. You don't realize Devontae Smith broke his fucking hand in this game, and in the first half had 200 fucking yards receiving. The first half. This dude is. I've never seen a wide receiver.
2020 Bama was fun. That first half spread was just free money,
dude.
Every game,
exactly.
Every game.
I've never seen. I was telling him earlier. I said I was
never so excited to see a playoff because I knew I was. That's free fucking money. The first half of every Alabama game.
I said, who my favorite? They said Tua. They said Bryce. I said, my favorite college quarterback for Alabama was Mac Jones, because when he walked on that field, and it may have been who he had around him, I knew they were going to score. There was no doubts. I had no doubts. If there was a record for least amount of punts in a season for Bama, it was probably with that fucking guy, that quarterback. Let's see here. Tennessee versus Ohio State. Who wins? So I'll let Jordan answer first because he's actually playing in that game. Well, he ain't playing.
Yeah, I mean, if it's going to lay belt to ass on that
back.
One. Ohio State going to catch a beating like they caught fucking.
Goddamn, what we doing? What we doing? Riding in a goddamn limo?
Yeah, we riding heavy, riding deep.
Riding deep.
Oh, God almighty.
Yeah, we riding deep up in this.
Tell me something in here.
What y'all talking about?
Right now, we were talking. I'm glad you're here. We said Tennessee, Ohio State. Who wins?
Oh, Tennessee all day. I think I commented that.
Oh, day. I didn't see it, but Trevor. Trevor just said Western Michigan 10-10.
Right here.
Did you get in that jar?
No.
That mason jar.
No, I've been a good boy tonight. I'm perfectly fine.
Jordan, Kia said drink again.
Shit, I'm out right now.
Oh, hell, I'm not.
I'll get some here in a minute, but I've got to I got to work tomorrow, too.
So, yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm just going to say Tennessee all day.
Tennessee all day. Okay, Tennessee all day. faded orange. Jason G says the faded orange UT. The faded orange.
Faded orange UT.
Yeah, hey,
that's rough.
Nah, hey, when they ain't got
there's only one UT. There's a TU and there's University of Tejas.
Hey, Jordan, tell them what that color is.
Yeah, Pantone 151C.
There you go.
Household name.
That's that inside of a pumpkin orange.
I really wish
I might have those shirts live on the TikTok shop if it don't get banned in January.
Fucking Syracuse, man. That's the real orange. That Syracuse orange is real orange right there. Goddamn, if it ain't that neon orange, Jordan, it don't fucking matter.
We've lost them.
We lost them. Hell, they having a good time tonight, fam. They having a good time. Yeah. That's the orange I accidentally put bleach in my. Yeah, that's exactly right. When you accidentally pour bleach on your orange shit, that's what you get with UT. They got washed out by the tide so many times.
Shit.
Every top SEC team gets exposed for using roids, and the Gators clinch the 2 and make a run. TV, I like your spirit, bro.
I've been watching too many of them TikTok videos.
I like your spirit, bro. Hey, thank you for following. Ain't going. I appreciate you. Knoxville is greater than Austin. I'm gonna tell you this. Okay, no bias. I'm gonna tell you this, guys. Knoxville is not as happening as Austin. Austin has about 250,000 people living in the city. The fucking town is dedicated to Texas football. Jordan, I've been to Knoxville many times. Austin is I've
never been to Austin, but I mean, I would rather now it might be.
I'd rather be in
my California migration. Just give it time.
Listen, Jordan, I would rather be in Knoxville because I don't want to deal with them liberals that's in Austin. So I'm just going to tell you, I'd rather be in Knoxville. But I remember, so Jordan, I remember when Bar Knoxville opened up. I don't even know if it's still there. Bar Knoxville. It was on the Strip. It was right across from the Copper Cellar. Have you ever been to Copper Cellar?
Yeah.
So Copper Cellar on game day, I actually dated a girl that went to UT. It's unbelievable. Nobody really knows that. She was a loser. But I mean, they all are. But I was on.
It'll be nice to Courtney right now.
I know. I was on I was there in Knoxville, Jordan, when they kicked the field goal to beat Florida in like 2001.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I was there. It was fucking pandemonium. But anyway,
absolutely.
Long story short, Copper Cellar on game day used to have $5 gourmet burgers, and they had Smoky Mountain Brewery from Gatlinburg, and they had a beer called Cherokee Red, and they had it on tap, and that sumbitch was $3 a damn pint on game day. And I'm telling you right now, that was a fantastic moment, and I appreciate Knoxville for those memories because that was fantastic. But yes, I would have put a ring on it, brother. He said I would have put a ring on. No. Dude, I'm going to tell you something. When they got crazy eyes, you run for the hills. When they got crazy eyes, you run for the hills. Let that be a lesson to you young pups. When they look at you and they look like a salivating dog, you run. Because I'm telling you, they're fucking nuts. Anyway, long story short.
And the ones that ain't are nuts sometimes.
Oh, I tell you what, I made out lucky, guys. I made out lucky. So mine didn't have a damn care in the world, and I could post pictures on here one day where she went to Alabama and she was absolutely amazed. But I mean, you know, that she never done anything like that, Jordan. She never been insane. She went to the spring game when Saban first got announced, and it was 92,000. She went to that.
Right.
And it was like, holy shit. You know, I mean, who the hell goes to a damn practice game with fucking 92,000 people? You know, it's just shit's crazy. Alabama is where the word redneck comes. Actually, that's not true, Mark. That's not true.
They do lead the country in cousin marriages, though.
You know, Mississippi.
Surprisingly, they're just slightly ahead of New York State. They must get wild in them Adirondacks up there.
Riley says, I love crazy UT women. Dude, I'm going to tell you, man, I've seen some shit in my day. We went to a damn apartment complex party up there in UT. Me and this girl I'm dating. And I'm sitting there, you know, I'm dating this girl. I'm in college. Before I even met my wife, everything. I'm in college. I am dating this girl. And we are walking around the top floor of this party. Every story had a keg. Everybody's partying. Every door is wide open on this apartment complex. Exterior doors. And anyway, long story short, I'm sitting there on the top floor and I'm sitting there holding my girlfriend's hand. And this other girl walks up to my other hand and starts holding it and says, hey, you want to make this a tricycle? And I'm just telling you, that's the kind of shit you got at UT. I'm just telling you, it's there, bro. It's there. It's there.
Probably more so with Vandy. Let's be honest. I mean, at one time Vanderbilt led the
why
SEC
yeah. Ethan said, yeah, give me all that. It's I'm telling you, bro, it was crazy times. It was crazy times back in the day. It was crazy times, man. I've got stories. Just one day I'll tell you about the stories when I went to Alabama. I've been to Alabama and I've been to the bar, and the frickin' bartender played for the Alabama women's soccer team and invited me to go out with the whole soccer team. Bunch of lesbians, but can you imagine being the only dude in the middle of like 10 lesbians? It was phenomenal.
You wouldn't have had a chance.
I wouldn't have had a chance.
You wouldn't have had a chance.
But I scored that night. So,
well, I mean, that's good, but I'm just saying, if what party with like 10 lesbians,
I know
you ain't got a chance at a chick one.
But here's the deal, though.
They're going to cut you off at every angle.
You don't know all of them. Most of them probably were. But I didn't know if all of them were. And I'm going to tell you that the one was about, yeah. No, not the coach. Not the coach. D's, not the coach. Oh, man. Them was his days. And you had 10 to compete with. Oh, hey man, it was rough. It was rough sledding, but I tell you what. So at Alabama, there was a bar. There was a bar. Anybody that's an Alabama fan, you know, Legends has the tusks on the front, right on the strip. Has the tusk. It has elephant tusks right on the strip. Used to be called Legends. It's changed hands, but Jordan, every game day, PBR pitchers $2.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah. Dude, I had a friend I worked with at UPS. I had to carry. Me and Chris had to carry out of that bar, and his girlfriend was there with him and his mom and dad. And we had to say, ma'am, here's your son. You'll have to carry him to his seat. Oh my Lord. It was
not our problem anymore.
He goes, Kia says, bro, these girls at Bama now are stupid easy. I could probably get that chat late through these days. Hey man, stop worshiping billionaires, oligarchs. We don't worship those guys, Lardy. Hell, I would go down to sit in the bar all day with that deal. D's, I'm going to tell you something right now. Thank you for sharing, Riley. I'm going to tell you something right now. Those days are long gone. Me and Jordan are old men now. We're old men. We hang out. We have kids. We don't give a shit about all that shit. But I'm going to tell you what, man. I'd be the best fucking wingman you ever had. I'd be the best wingman you ever had. Me and Jordan, we go down there. We'll be the best wingman you ever had. I promise you, whether it be Knoxville or Tuscaloosa. Hey, we're here for you. Me and Jordan, we may not have a dog in this fight anymore. We may not be hunting dogs anymore, but by God, we'll seek them out. Let's see here. Hell, I am too much. I've got one high school playing too much basketball. Goat ropers. Jordan knows my wingman, old Daniel Wilson. D says,
if we're going to fight.
Yeah. Dude, I promise you guys, one day, hey, we're gonna have a meeting.
I tell you, one time I was here. It was like January, and there was a little place here in McMinnville. Used to be called the New York Grill, and apparently the hipster kids tried to treat it like it was a nightclub.
Oh,
and
boy.
Deez is idle. Oh shaky hell. Text me like, come on here, hang out with me. You know. So I had nowhere else to be. I went. You know, we were there for, I don't know, 30 minutes. Next thing I know, I pass out in his truck and I wake up in Smyrna at a place called Senor Frogs in a strip mall.
Dude, Senor Frogs, they make the best fucking goddamn margaritas.
Anyway. I mean, we had some shots, but
well, I went to the one in Myrtle Beach. They're on every Senor Frogs is kind of like Margaritaville. They're everywhere. There's like a big
the one in Smyrna. If it's still there, Doc, it was in a strip mall.
Where is it at? In Smyrna?
It was. I don't think it was in Smyrna. It was like a strip mall. I'd never been to the place. Been to the place one time.
Riley said drink. Oh shit! I guess that's me. Anyway, long story short, thank you for following Bama. Long story short, Bama versus the world said, give me a random team to do a dynasty with on College Football 25. So Bama versus the world, I'm going to tell you something, man. I play Madden every single day. I can't play College 25 because I have a PC and I refuse to downgrade my system to play college football, but I would love to, but I refuse to. You playing a drinking game? No, Chris, I'm just drinking. I'm just drinking, bitch. Chris,
where's he at now?
He was with me. He was with me all day. So he got his motherboard in. We put it in. We spent all day trying to fix the shit, and we could not get his computer to work.
And it's still not running. Wow.
It's still not right. So he's going to take it back tomorrow and hopefully get it. I could not. Kia said I brought my little bro from the Army over, and he was like, damn, when he saw the girls in Tuscaloosa.
Tomorrow the 16th or the 15th.
I'm going to say this. I ain't drank in 2 months because of my back surgery, and I'm getting there. Kia said, catch up, Chris. You need to hurry up. Kia's a bad influence, bro. He's a bad influence. It feels good. It does.
Kia's been deep frying any more cheeseburgers.
Riley said, Big Red's scared to drink. I don't think so. Chris said he quit. He quit, Kias. He said he quit. Chris is on the righteous path. He's lifting weights and trying to get old stacked. Ain't nothing wrong with that. No, but in all seriousness, like college football, we didn't have much today. I mean, obviously, next week we're going to have a lot to talk about. I will say this: Alabama, 78-71, 33 seconds to go. Going to beat Creighton.
That's a big win.
That's a big win because they beat us last year.
That's a big resume builder.
They beat us last year, and we went to the Final Four. And I'm just saying, it's a big win for us. Mark Sears has 23 points.
It looks like this.
UConn did have a big win tonight. UConn did have a big win. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, that was the Moose's cage.
They played Gonzaga, didn't they?
Yes, sir, and they beat them.
And then Lasky's trying to eat it.
But UConn lost some big games early on too. Back-to-back champions. I mean, I expect them to be there. Hell yeah, UConn. I even made my dad one. Kicking hell, your back is up and kick. Yeah, I'm happy as hell. Yeah. Kias, my back is back. I'm good. I feel good. Lady Vols breaking records today with the 3-pointers. Yes, I saw that. That was fantastic.
30 today. That was crazy.
Fantastic for them. Hey man, if Genty is able to show up, Boise State makes a run. I don't know. Because here's the deal, DB. Here's the deal. Who have they played? They played Oregon. They played them early in the year. They played them early in the year.
Well, so much for Western Michigan.
Oh, they
it was 10-0. Alabama scored. South Alabama has now scored 17 in the second quarter, and there's still 5 minutes to go.
Listen, guys, Trevor, I love you, bro. I'm not trying to hate on you. You know that. You're one of the originals. Trevor, anyone that doesn't know, Trevor in the chat. Trevor is the guy that told me that we should start our podcast. Just do it. His name is Trevor Ozirin in the chat. He's the one that said it. And so when he said that to me, I said, fuck it. You know what? I'm going to do it. And it was Bama losing to Vanderbilt. That's when I decided, Jordan, to make this thing go live. And we took off, and what we talked about for years, you know, we talked about this shit for years, and we just took off and running.
We were doing it. We were talking about like pre-COVID. Honestly,
but Trevor is the guy. Trevor is one of the guys that said, hey, go do this. And I did it. And I appreciate that because he's talking about them deep fried cheeseburgers at UConn. That sound, well, what the hell are we talking about? That sounds good as shit. Thank you for sharing, Dolphins. I didn't realize.
I stand corrected. South Alabama missed the extra point. They've scored 16 in the second quarter.
Trevor, who is Western Michigan's coach? I'm sorry. They said he was a walk-on for Alabama. We spread far and wide, brother.
I thought they still had old Shark Humpert. Or no, that was Central Michigan. Never mind.
That Vandy QB was not letting Bama win in his house. Lance Taylor, yes. Okay. Yeah. It walk on, yeah. I mean, Pavia,
is McElwain still at Central?
Who?
Does anybody know?
No, he's not.
McElwain? Jim McElwain?
No, he's not.
Okay.
I checked earlier. But yes,
Shark Humper.
That was a huge upset Vandy history, and they got us. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say.
I mean, it might be 40 years till they do it again. You know, honestly, this was kind of a special season for Vanderbilt.
Kia said, Trevor, come to T-Town. I'll help you get laid, brother. Damn. Damn. Oh my God, dude. This shit, we're running wild, boys.
We're college football to fucking matchmaking.
Hey, we're running wild. I started down in Bears after the Bama game. I knew it was going to be a good year. I think you meant Bears. I knew it was going to be a good year for upsets. Yeah. Chris said, on my way. Where are you going, Chris? Let me pull up T-Town, bro. I'll lay it down. Let me pull up T-Town.
Where Chris is going.
Hey, Ethan.
He gonna try to see if Kias can find him a wife.
Kias said flat out. Come to T-Town. He's gonna get you, help you get laid. Chris said he's on his way. All you gotta do is show up. Chris, me and you. Hey, can I tell a story, Chris? Can I tell a story? I'm gonna tell y'all a story. I'll tell you another story. I'm drinking, so we're hanging out now. D said, Jordan, you be thinking about who's your favorite QB of all time at UT besides Peyton Manning, because we all fucking know. Anyway, long story short, thank you for following, DV. While Jordan's thinking about this, besides Peyton Manning, because we all know it's Peyton Manning, the sheriff, I'm going to tell you the story. Me and Chris, the guy in the chat, we're down in Tuscaloosa. Hold on. My son's talking to me. Hold on. What? Can't hear you. Now, anyway, sorry guys. So here's the deal. We're down at this place called Buffalo Fields. Anybody that's ever been to Tuscaloosa has been or seen Buffalo Fields. So we are at Buffalo Fields at 8:00 in the morning, and we are drinking shots. So this, I don't know what descent she is from. This international goddess is serving us shots. Well, these guys at the end of the bar are ordering shots, and this guy, when I say this guy is getting the remnants of every shot. I'm getting like 2/3 of every shot glass filled up because she's making shots for these two guys at the end of the bar, and she's throwing me these shots. And I'm like, dude, I've had like 10 of these stumb bitches. And Chris, this is for you, bro. This is for you. And so anyway, long story short, like we're sitting here and I'm like, God damn, dude, these are fucking awesome. I'm just drinking these remnants of these shots. And Chris is sitting down there and he's like, he ordered 2 Long Island iced teas.
Oh yeah.
And after he drank these 2 Long Island iced teas, he looks at me and he goes, dude. That bartender has the fucking nicest tits. And he says that to me, and I turn and look, and the bartender's standing right there and heard every fucking word he said. Every word he said. Next thing you know, you got big fucking Jordan fucking serving the shots, and all my free shots were gone. And yeah, that happened at Buffalo Fields at like 8 o'clock in the morning. And she was, I mean, dude, this girl was like, I don't know. She looked like damn Samoan or some shit. She was like, she's a good looking girl. And like all of a sudden it went from getting free shots to what the fuck y'all gonna order? And I'm like, God damn, the fucking service. Anyway, Chris, yeah, this happened, bro. This actually happened. This happened, Chris. You were there. I know for a fact you were there. This is the time we went down and we slept in your truck until it was time to get up and start walking the strip. D says mine is Heath Schuler.
That's your question. Yeah, Chris, I love T, but I mean, I'm a D's. Mine's Heath Schuler. That's some of the earliest memories I have of going to Knoxville. My grandpa had season tickets for years, and every year I'd go to the Tennessee or Kentucky game with him, whichever one was the last one to end the year. And some of my earliest memories was Heath Schuler.
Oh, Kia said, hell yeah. He said that was lit. Oh yeah. You got to order something there. Hey man.
Western Michigan threw a pick with 2 minutes to go.
The boy 88 says, I got the Ducks to the Natty. Hey man. If they make it, hey, they definitely deserve it. And here's the deal. Like, I like Dan Lanning. I don't have anything against Dan Lanning as a coach. There are certain coaches I don't like. There are certain coaches that I think are pricks.
Yeah, I remember.
But I'm just going to tell you, like, Dan Lanning's not one of the guys I don't like. I think Dan Lanning's good. Yeah, man, we have had some fantastic moments. I mean, like I said, we every one of us that are on this panel can tell you stories about, memories, things like that. But, we're all drinking tonight. Hey, what's up, Crispy? Crispy is in Twitch now. Crispy is when I don't do anything like that. Crispy. Hey, Crispy is Chris. Crispy is Chris. And Crispy has straight up went over to, Twitch, the purple.
He's done with a word become kids.
And he said, hey, when we going to T-Town, bro?
They done fix the swap numbers and everything.
I'm also very interested to see how they handle an SEC team, so I like to see them play the Vols. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting. C said, I like women. Hey, you're in the right spot, bro. I don't think they've truly been tested yet. I've been hoping Western Michigan would score again, Trevor. Okay. Oh, Twitch. Twitch is SOA _ Snake Eyes.
I gotta find some markers.
SOA _ Snake Eyes. So that is my gaming handle, and that's where Twitch was established. So I used to play Call of Duty a lot and shit like that. So that's where all this was established, but we have since converted most of our handles over to the podcast because, it's just more fun. When you going to be in town, Kias. So everybody here, I know there's only a handful of us. We need to do some lives. I hope for freaking God's sake, Jordan, me and you we're talking. I hope for God's sake, Alabama and Tennessee spring games on separate weekends, because we need to go do some fucking in-person appearances at both fucking sites. At both sites. We could take vacation. Nobody gives a shit about April. There ain't no damn spring breaks. Nobody gives a shit. We'll go and we'll all go up there. I'll go to Knoxville. You'll come to T-Town and we'll all go fucking hang out. Let's do it. It's free. It's free. Crispy, you don't go back to work till the 2nd, you bitch. You didn't fucking say that tonight. I literally, hey guys, everybody that doesn't know, I
remember my first part-time job.
Yeah, I've hung out with Chris and Big Crispy. Jared McCain is hurt. Hey, Ethan, are you saying you'll pull up in T-Town, or are you saying you pull up on Twitch? Hey, I'm just telling y'all, we're going to do some live appearances at some point. And we'll do some live appearances, and we'll all hang out, and we will fucking drink. I will tell y'all that. If you get all of us on site, I promise you, we're going to have a good time. We're going to have a good time.
Boy, you can get field passes, these.
Huh? You can get field passes.
I'm telling you, man, after I went to that MTSU game, that guy gave me those field passes when I took the kids down there, and Jeff took his daughter.
Riley, come on.
Tony went to that game too, dude, and that dude just walks up and gives us 2 field passes. That was one of the coolest experiences I've ever had, especially this is my son's first game.
So the only time I've ever gotten, so I went to a Titans game, Jordan, one time, right? I got to go to a Titans game, and I was with somebody from work, okay? And I'm there, and I'm like, okay, cool. And I got to go up to the fucking suites. Holy shit, dude. All the beer, all the food you could drink. I was like, holy shit. And the only time I can compare that to college, I went to a Music City Bowl. I got off work at UPS, and me and a buddy, he's a Tennessee fan. It was Virginia versus Minnesota. It was when Lawrence Maroney.
I remember that.
Who was the other running back for Minnesota? Dexter Lawrence. Was it Dexter Lawrence?
Yes.
No. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I thought it was Lawrence.
It was 2 NFL running backs. And Virginia had, who was the guy that played for the Houston Texans? They had a quarterback. He came from there. God damn it. I gotta look it up now. I gotta look it up, guys.
I can see his face too.
What was his name, guys? Uh-oh. What we get? Big Crispy has gifted a tier sub to Key is, hey, that a boy. He's gifted 10 subs. Hey, Key, kiss, bro.
I had already looked. I'm off the weekend of Tennessee Bama game next year. Things fall out. We might try to make a trip down for that one.
Depending on
long time between now and then.
Yeah, 100%. QB that played for Texans. I don't know who this is. I can't remember his name. Guys. Matt Schaub.
Yes,
Matt Schaub. Okay.
I could see his face. I could not.
It was Matt Schaub. So we went there, guys. We were sitting on like the 45-yard line. We had no tickets. We just got off work. We're working the preload sort at UPS. We get off work. We're like, hey, let's go down here and let's go see if we can find some tickets. We find tickets. We're on the 45-yard line. The game already started. I mean, it was, 12 minutes in the first. It was early. So we're sitting on the 45-yard line, probably 13 rows up. My buddy gets a call. Says, hey, we're going to give these tickets to some kids. We're going up to the suites. Goddamn, we went up to the damn glass. I mean, it's middle of this. It's December 30th. We go sit in this heated room and watch one of the greatest football games. It was Minnesota at the time was really good. Matt Schaub in Virginia was really good. It was good. I think Minnesota won. I can't remember the score, but anyway, it was fantastic. That's my memory of getting to go and get passes. I don't want to say passes. Worst case, I can get some rooms off the strip at UConn. Kias, hey, bro.
Courtney, we've had several stories you probably haven't heard yet.
Oh, yeah. Courtney, you've heard some of the stories. You ain't heard all the stories. So here's the deal. Courtney is my wife. So Courtney has been to Tuscaloosa on A Day. She has been to Tuscaloosa on game day. we're going to A-Day next year. Kiss, Chris, we're going to A-Day. We're going down. We're going to do a group meet because it's free. It's free to go. Jordan, you're down for free. It's free, assuming you're off work.
Yeah, I have to let the dates fall out, but yeah.
It's free. It's free. We're going to go down. We're going to hang out.
He said we are.
We are. I can't hear you, Brody. Oh. But anyway, we're going to go down. We're going to go down. We're going to hang out, and we're going to do a meet and greet. Everybody that's part of the group, everybody I know it's a tight knit group. We're a tight knit family, but everybody that's part of it, we're going to hang out. We're going to hang out and do it. You damn right I'll be there. Kia says he's there. Chris, you're up, Crispy.
He said you're up.
Riley, we expect you to be there. Dees, come on. It'll be some of us. We'll all be there because remember, we got Tennessee fans, we got Georgia fans, and we got Alabama fans. So we'll all be around somewhere. But we're going to do a meet and greet because, I mean, you guys, you deserve it. If they got bourbon, Dees is always in. Hey, we got bourbon.
Hey, I know there's a store somewhere along the way.
Yeah. Oh, so
I'm going to have to stop, pick up D's to Booby Bungalow in Ardmore on the way down.
Beauty of the Booby Bungalow, god damn. The beauty of Tuscaloosa, Jordan, is where we park on the square, we walk down to avoid traffic. There is a ABC Liquors on the way, and there is a Publix 1 block from the goddamn stadium. People walking around goddamn carrying their damn 12 packs. I mean, it is what it is. Let's see. Here we go. Drinking. What are you drinking, bros? Let's go. Riley says, I ain't far, bro.
Dude, I can tell you a story on Wilson D's. We were in Knoxville for UCLA game.
Oh, shit.
Kiffin's one and only year. It's me and Daniel and his cousin and another guy's with us.
Hold on,
and that was Jordan. Back in my wild.
Hold on, Jordan. You keep going, but Kia said that he'll get 3 rooms just in case we have some lightweights when we go to T-Town. So we're gonna make a Saturday of this shit. All right, go ahead.
This is back in my wilder days when I would really party.
Oh shit!
So
back in the day,
yeah, I may or may not have had like an 8-ball in my pocket, thinking, "Hey, everybody will probably partake." Nobody did. It was just me. Somehow, I have all the tickets in my pocket, and I am speed walking through Knoxville. I mean, you had this, Brent. Anywhere on game day, it's shoulder to shoulder.
It is.
And I'm like, man, I need a new hat. So I dip into the bookstore, and this place is packed. And dude, I'm like Bruce Lee, dude. I'm like water. I'm just flowing through it amongst people. Daniel walks in the door, and he's at the back. And he's okay. I'll work my way back there. He can't get far. By the time he works his way to the back, he looks and calls me. I'm at the front paying for my shit and walking out the door. He's like, would you stop? You've got all the tickets. Nobody can catch you. Just stop. And I said, I'm walking around Knoxville with an with a knot in my pocket, and I had a 6-pack of Tall Boys, and I drank 2 so I could run my belt on my khaki shorts through the 2 holes that I made. So I had a 6-pack on my hip that's now a 4-pack, like a damn cowboy walking around just breaking beers off.
So Crispy has brought up a memory from memory lane.
Uh-oh.
And I'm gonna share it with you guys because you guys have earned the right to hear this. Everybody that's still here, T. Roy Jenkins said, "What did he just say? Hey, you're here now, so you're gonna hear it." So Crispy, me and Crispy are hanging out. It's Alabama LSU week. Me and Crispy have season tickets this year. Season tickets to Alabama. So it's Alabama LSU, fucking slobber knocker. This motherfucker has a pint of Jim Beam, and he can't finish it in the tailgate. So Crispy decides that he's going to tuck it in his boot. And the people searching him at the damn gate caught him. And they said, you're going to have to finish that or throw it away. So what does Crispy decide to do? He decides to turn that sumbitch sideways and drink that sumbitch down. So, nothing surprising for me, but needless to say, Crispy was a little inebriated. And he's sitting there swaying side to side while he's watching the game. It's about halftime, and the girl that's sitting beside him and her fucking husband, it's a goddamn mammoth, is sitting there and
tired of being rocked on.
Yes. And I said, Chris, switch seats with me. And she said, she looked over at me and she said, thank you. My husband was about to beat his ass. Now I'm going to tell you, Crispy wouldn't have remembered it because he was gone. He was gone. But I promise you, like, this dude was a behemoth. And I'm not saying Crispy wouldn't hold his own, but I'm just saying we got to watch the end of the game because I made the ultimate sacrifice and switched seats with him because he was doing this and hitting that girl every damn fucking 2 seconds. Like a damn ship in the damn ocean. But anyway, yeah, Crispy we had some fun back in our day.
There was a Tennessee Alabama game, and I'm trying to remember what year. We stopped and crossed with the liquor. There's like 9 of us in a Suburban rolling up together. And we stopped at the liquor store in Crossville. And I'm like, I've got a case of beer for the ride, you know, but I'm going to carry some whiskey in to make some drinks. Because at that time, you still couldn't buy beer at Neyland.
Oh, yeah.
You know, this is all pre-alcohol days.
Absolutely.
So I've got like 6 airplane bottles of Maker's Mark. And I was like, those will be easy to hide. And so I've got 1 in each boot.
Thank you, Riley.
I've got 1 in the front pocket with my phone hiding it. I've got 1 in my back pocket with behind my wallet hiding it. And I've got this last bottle, and I'm like, man, I just ain't got nothing to do with it. So I was like, you know what? I'll toss them a bone. I'll let them find 1. They find 1, they'll be happy. And the dude that is checking us in pats me down, hits my wallet, hits my phone, hits my boots, hits everything. Looks at my back pocket in the imprint of this Maker's Mark bottle. And he goes, I mean, y'all have a good game. It just right on in.
Yeah. Hey, Chris, if you come to the A-Day soiree, we're going to call it the A-Day soiree. If you come to the A-Day soiree, you're drinking. That's exactly what's happening. You can hang.
You're right, D's. There's 9 of them, and they're all supported by Saturdays in the Fall.
That's right. 100% D's. 100%. Thank you, Riley. We appreciate you, bro. Like I said, we speak nothing but the truth here. I mean, we have lived and breathed SEC football for years and years and years, and it is what it is.
I tell you, this one wasn't my story. Another one from Knoxville. Daniel took his dad to see Cal. Tell you how long ago this has been. To see Cal. So this is what, 2007? And he tells me there's a guy in front of him with cargo shorts on. And he has somehow rigged up some bags in his shorts. And each side he's got moonshine in the bags. With a damn like a little rope straw going under his shirt and like poking out of his collar. And this dude's over here just shooting straight moonshine. I mean, this is like a 3 o'clock kickoff. Or, it might have been a little later than that. But I want to think it was an afternoon game that turns into night. And this guy's over just slamming shine. I don't know that he saw the end of it. Hey, Bucky's didn't.
I'm just telling y'all, we every one of us. I'm sorry. Well, I got up early this morning. Every one of us have had some moments, and all it takes is a little bit of damn liquid encouragement. And I'm gonna tell you, we'll tell y'all some stories. We will tell you some stories.
I'll say this to when Jeff and Tony are on, but me and Jeff and Tony, me and Tony are big Braves fan. Jeff's a Cardinals fan, but he's a baseball fan too. We all load up and go to Game 5 of the World Series in Atlanta on Halloween night. And I'll save that story until those that are involved can defend themselves and their actions.
And so, hey, before everybody gets excited, just so y'all know, I was all three of their bosses. I was their boss when they were when this was all going on. So, with that being said, we have had some moments together. I can tell y'all that, and we all get along.
These I do.
Oh my God, I can't even. I'm gonna tell y'all.
Dude, I remember when Seabolt one year at the Chronicle took off through town for some reason. This won't mean nothing to any of y'all except for D's. But he'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But at the Chronicle, Seabolt takes off through town, blistered. And the cops pull him over because he's hit something in the campground or something. There's it's just wires hanging out. This is when he still worked at Nissan. At the time he was at Nissan. He might still be there. I don't think he is. But so this was like one of those lease cars. Like the entire wiring harness almost is dragging behind this car. I don't know how it's running, going down the strip and down there in Winchester.
I tell y'all what.
Yeah, it was that Infinity. You're right. It was an Infinity.
Everybody that's hung out with us tonight, man. Y'all are for real. We didn't have a lot of football to talk about, but we damn sure got some shit to say. I mean, I'm just saying. Oh man, we had a good time tonight.
Was that? Well, I remember he hit something, Deez. I know he hit something. I remember they called Winfrey to come get him. Like somehow he gets clean out of all this.
Now,
Fucking Winchester are some patient people on Chronicle Weekend. I'll give them that.
Now I'm gonna tell you,
whole town.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say it out loud. I promise you ain't gonna ever find another place where you can have this kind of damn conversation about college football. We're gonna tell you about the ins and outs, the deep, dark holes in the hollers of Knoxville, Tuscaloosa, wherever. And I promise you ain't never gonna have no fun like this. This is what we're all about, guys. This is what we're all about. And we're thankful for everybody that's here tonight. Because I know we ain't got a lot of people here tonight. Obviously, we ain't a lot of college football going on. But we are very thankful for the people that have hung out and stuck with us throughout the season. Jason, Trevor, all of you. D's, everybody.
Easy.
We appreciate every one of you. Yeah, dude. Hey, man, I'm telling you, Trevor, I'm about gone. I just saw this pod for the first time. Thanks. So, yeah. So, everybody that is here, we do everything that we talk about. It's going to be on the podcast. So, we're on Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify, and we will upload this tomorrow. Kia said he's taking a drink. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Yes, my man.
Ready?
Yes, honey.
Who picked last night?
What?
Him or her?
I pick for them because that way they don't pick a show that they get crazy.
Holy shit.
Turn them on like bread or something.
Hey, we should all hit a basketball game. Yeah.
Just something.
God,
easy.
Damn. Woo. Kias, you done got me. Got me, bro. Kias, I promise you this. I promise you this, Kias. If you can get old Crispy, that's Chris. If you can get old Crispy, drink when we go to A-Day, by God, you'll earn yourself a shot or two. I promise you that. I promise you that.
Hell, I owe him a couple beers right now anyway.
Hey,
probably
there you go, guys. All we can hope is Alabama and Tennessee spring games on a separate weekend. That way we can go to both. We'll meet whoever, wherever. We'll have a good old time. Hey, we should all go hit a basketball game like a Vandy game and go just talk shit. God damn it.
Making me feel like G-Rock, D's. Let's go heckle somebody.
Oh, my God. Shit. Oh, my God. D's, are you local? Is D's local, Jordan?
He was in Murfreesboro. I don't know if he's still there or not.
Oh, Oh, D's, are you from Murfreesboro? Bowling Green. Okay. Are you from? I'm from Murfreesboro. That's why I asked. I'm from Murfreesboro. I was born and raised in Murfreesboro. I was born and raised. Let's get it, brother. Hey, we're gonna get it. I went to Oakland. I went to Riverdale. Go Warriors. I went to Riverdale when Ralph King was running ramp shot all over the Oakland Patriots. But I mean, that was back in the day. That was back in the day. I'm an old man now.
It's been a minute.
That's not the school's name if you went to Oakland. I didn't go to Oakland, bro. I promise you. I didn't go to Oakland. I didn't go to Oakland, bro. Oh, shit. So, hey, D's, just how old is D's, Jordan?
Joe, how old are you, D's? He ran all over me, too.
Oh, 30 D's. Okay, so D's, I'm 39. So I remember when I said Alabama, when Oakland Riverdale was played at MTSU. So okay, I remember those days. And there would be more people there on Friday night than there was on Saturday morning. 100%.
Well, hell, that was back when MTSU was still D2, wasn't
it? Yeah, absolutely. Those were the good old days, 100%. So I went to school. Ralph King, Teron Henry. I played on the same team as Teron Henry, and I remember he was an all-state wide receiver. He was an all-state wide receiver. He was a fantastic player, about 6'3", 200 pounds. Dude was legit at wideout. And I remember as a freshman lining up, Teron Henry. Oh, dude, hey, you remember? Okay. So I would line up against this guy at Riverdale as a freshman on the scout team. I was scout. I'm a white dude at Riverdale. You get it. And this dude would be, man, why the fuck you lined up with me? Because he knew I was going to run his ass all up and down this fucking field. All up and down this field. I was like Rudy. I was like, motherfucker, I'm going to make you work for it. And I mean, this dude had more talent in his left pinky than I had in my whole fucking body. And 100%, I'd make his ass run the fucking full length, and I'd tip that ball out of his hand, and he'd be like, God damn it, you motherfucker. But yeah, man, I played with Teron Henry, Ralph King, dude, I can't remember the running back that went to Blackman. His name was Rico. God damn it. Dude, he was legit too. But yeah, I mean, I play with all those dudes. 100%. I flat out, man. Riggs, Gerald Riggs for the game-winning touchdown, first-round state. Gerald Riggs. So I was at that state championship when Riverdale played Red Bank, and the rumor was that Red Bank wouldn't put spikes on at halftime. I don't know how true that is, but Gerald Riggs is one of the Rico Turner, Big Crispy. Rico Turner. You're 100% right, Crispy. Rico Turner. So I got a story about Rico. I got a story about Rico Turner. So I was on the practice field, and Rico Turner gets called out by the coaches. And Rico Turner is in the Oklahoma drill, the Ring of Fire. You know what I'm talking about, Ring of Fire, Jordan?
Ring of Fire.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You got one guy in the middle, and coach is calling out people to come and try to blast him. Rico Turner is pissed off because he didn't like being hit, and he's in the middle, and he's blowing up motherfuckers the way twice him. And Rico Turner was a bad motherfucker. I'm gonna tell you that right now. He was a bad motherfucker, and he was destined to be the next.
Yeah, he was.
He's destined to be the next great thing behind, Ralph King. And he went to Blackman because Blackman opened up. He went to Blackman. And long story short, McKinley, Brody's calling you. Anyway, long story short, Brody's calling you. Long story short, Rico was a bad man too, but Ralph King was absolutely the truth. Absolutely the truth. And
Over Riverdale, built by Warren County.
Rankin was my coach. So Rankin was my driver's ed teacher, and he was my football coach. But 100% Rankin. I mean, I just asked Jordan about Rankin the other day when, damn it. What was it?
Yeah, I think he's coaching single A in Chattanooga.
Is he?
I think. I thought he had retired. He left Alcoa. I thought he retired because I think his grandson was. I think his grandson's playing at UTC.
He said he's at.
I want to think he's
at
Boyd Buchanan. Yeah, they're like a single A school in Chattanooga, I believe.
What?
They were like 2-10 the year before he got there, and hell, they were in the playoffs this year.
Rankin was a hell of a coach, man. Some bitch was a hard-nosed motherfucker.
He built winners.
Yeah. Boom.
Say what you want. He built winners.
So, but
B, I'm gonna get off here, man. Let you have at it.
All right.
Boys, I'm sorry I'm getting off early, but it's tomorrow is day number 6 out of 12 on them 12-hour shifts. That shit starts working on you when you're old.
Hey, just hang out. We're about to all get off. Hey guys, everybody that's here, everybody that stayed, everybody listened to the stories, hung out with all of us. We appreciate you. We will be back on Wednesday talking some more football. Do another 8-ball. Yeah. We'll be back on Wednesday talking some more football, talking some more games. We're going to talk about the playoffs and who we predict to win the games that are coming up.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about no Wanda no more. She gone.
With that being said, we appreciate everybody. Thank you for listening to Lock, Load, and Go. We will be back on Wednesday. We will see you all then.